Hey, you fantastic sons of bitches. I'm glad you're fucking here, even though you may not be glad I'm here. But here we are again, playing some fucking Zweihander with the people responsible for Zweihander, and we're having a great fucking time. Last session, these wonderful people rolled into a little town called Marshall's Folly, and they went and they talked to Lady Eunice, who's running the adult entertainment for the town, and they got some information about a blunderbuss gang looking for the treasure that supposedly was left behind by James W. Marshall, the man who founded this town off of his great wealth from mining gold. And when we cut, the party was getting ready to head to the hey Jen, we got your man here and we're not giving him back. When we last cut, the party was getting ready to head to the local watering hole, the Rusty Spoon, to get some drinks and learn some information. So we'll pick back up with you all walking down the main street. I wanted to kind of highlight a few of the things you might see.
On the left, we have a dead horse.
There's a dead horse.
The dead horse of the town.
You do see a general store called Jasper's Emporium.
Damn Jasper.
Yeah.
Jasper.
You see kind of a junk. Yeah, we got Dan. You got a pretty comfy couch for Adam. Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 upstairs and 1 down here.
There you go.
I'm leaving you behind.
Jen, you're going to have to come to Topeka to get me.
Help.
No, once you come into my basement.
Kidnapped. This is a kidnap video.
Yeah.
Once you come into the basement, you can never leave.
There was a junk shop you saw. Huxtable stuff.
Whoa.
What was Jasper's shop? Sorry.
Jasper's Emporium.
Emporium.
There's, of course, the barber surgeon, the doctor's office, Riddle's Pharmaceuticals, or whatever the fuck would be a good name for it.
CVS.
CVS. It's a CVS.
Ye old CVS.
Ye old CVS. And just essentially, those are the ones I wanted to highlight. But if there's a specific kind of store you're looking for, I'm sure this town would have it. But then you roll up to the Rusty Spoon, the inn, the tavern that had the old saloon style doors, but one of them was hanging off the hinges. Some of the slats have been shot out, but you do hear the sounds of, libations going on inside.
How viable? How viable do you think it is to sell just tables?
Well, they're still open, so must be.
Yeah, no,
they're all right.
He hucks tables, and he makes a good living. Yeah. He runs an entire store of hucking tables.
Just imagine how many tables get smashed at the bar.
Yeah.
Accurate.
So do we have a Hux chairs?
Good question.
You'd have to go looking around for that.
I'll have to go looking around.
Hux bar stools?
Hux bar stools? Hux shot glasses?
Huck seems like a cool guy.
Yeah. You all push the doors open. Who's entering first?
Of course, I'll go first.
Of course. Sir Sebastian Bastion III is entering first. And you can see there's this room is populated by old men with a old bartender missing an eye standing behind the countertop, cleaning shot glasses.
Spitting into him and wiping him out.
He's got a little. This place has at least a B from the food inspector, so maybe not spit. But you walk in and he kind of looks up and his one eye kind of focuses on you and he gives you a nod and sit where you like. I'll get you some drinks here in a second.
Yes, it's me, of course. Sir Sebastian Batchin you're looking at. We will have... He's not very good at counting, by the way. We will have 5 drinks. 6 drinks. Can someone pay the man?
How much are drinks?
Your cheapest drinks.
We'll go with 5 pennies.
Whoa, too rich for my blood. I'll pull a kerchief from my shirt and lay it down gingerly upon the chair that clearly Hux has provided, and take a seat.
Okay.
Plop down and start counting out some pennies.
You're a good man.
Yeah.
I can at least pay for myself.
Oh, by all means.
I will.
Kind of scan the room as we're sitting down. Does there seem to be anyone of like particular interest that really sticks out from the crowd, or is it just kind of?
You see a couple people with definitely nursing injuries of some form. Maybe someone's got a
Lightly
missing limb or something like that that's wrapped in a bloody bandage. Eventually, the barkeep comes up in a little tray and he serves you each a shot glass with it looks like liquor or water at first until you give it a little sniff and it just burns the hair out of your nostrils.
I'll throw him a penny
stuff.
and I'm going to do one of those like...
Over your shoulder.
The locals call this a shot. Right?
Here's your shots.
I'm pretty sure.
Let me know when you want your next round. It's all we got left.
I'll take 2 more.
Everyone or just you?
Hans is a big
Just
man.
me.
I'll throw
What's that?
I'll throw 5 more pennies and I'll get the next round, which will go over this shoulder.
Okay. What was your question?
Well, I didn't have a question. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. He gives you your drinks and heads back up to the bar. But someone not too far from you, probably a younger looking kid, one of the youngest people in the room. Definitely not old enough to drink, but you can see he's probably got 5 or 6 shot glasses in front of him. What are you all doing here?
Did you say water or what are?
Water? I don't need water. I've had enough to drink for today.
I think you've had enough to drink forever.
What are you? Don't ask me what I'm doing here. That's your business. That's not mine. That's yours.
I am here to find the treasure.
Oh, you're gonna have to beat me to it.
Okay.
That won't be hard.
That's not what you're supposed to say. I'm gonna find the treasure. It's mine.
You told me to beat you to it, so I said okay.
Listen here, mister. I don't need
A doctor?
doctor. I'm sorry, doctor.
Feel good. Very guten.
Felaguten. Doctor feel good in yeah. I'm gonna find the treasure.
Okay, so are you going to or am I?
I don't know anymore.
Okay.
Just, what is this treasure, boy?
Gold beyond what you can imagine.
Oh, yes.
Piled higher than a horse is tall, standing on its hind legs.
Guarded by a dragon, I trust, is what you're thinking.
What's a dragon?
Well, you're talking about large piles of treasure which simply
Is
do not
that-
exist in the real world.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I hope not.
Tell me, young knave, what is your name?
Sort
My
of like
name-
a horse, but big and breathes fire.
We're going to find out this
Even
kid's
more
name.
evil.
Even more evil than a horse.
Yeah.
My name is Xavier. Xavier Charles.
Well, that's a fancy name, lad. And you're a treasure hunter, I take it.
Well, after my paw was shot and he was a treasure hunter, I figure I better use all his gear to hunt me some treasure too.
That's what they call folly, you see.
Now, that's the name of the town.
So how does one...
Yes, indeed.
Aptly named.
So how does one go about hunting the treasure?
I don't know. I've been looking for a while. It's said that old man Huxtable down at Hook's Tables junk stuff. It's said that he saw the treasure, but it drove him mad. So I've just been following him around, seeing if he leads me back to it. But that's my secret. Don't you go looking over
We
there.
definitely wouldn't do that.
No, we would never, ever do that, right, Hans?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd never do that.
That's right, you don't. I got your word on that. And if you go back on it, I'll know you're a liar. And if you're a liar, it means your pants are going to be on fire.
Well, that would be most unfortunate.
I don't think it works that way.
I just...
That's what my Paul said. My Paul said stuff, and I believe him.
Okay.
Father's always right.
Yeah.
Your father definitely wasn't a liar.
So,
Oh, his pants would have
Definitely
been on
not.
fire.
where have you been that you have looked for the treasure? I mean,
Well, I just follow Old Man Huxtable around.
oh, okay. Well, then tell me, where has old man Huxtable been lately?
Well, he stays in his shop, and he goes and he wanders around town every day. And one time I caught him peeing in the horse trough down by the stables.
Oh,
So
that's a
did
high crime in these places.
Yeah, I didn't tell no
He was
one.
being public.
Every now and then he does go out to that old graveyard, but I don't like going out there. It's haunted. I hear you'll get right scared and your skeleton will jump out of your skin and kill you dead if you go out there.
Well, that's where he miterates his night soil, as to not offend the locals peeing in troughs.
Yeah. Maybe. He's a braver soul than I if he's shitting out in that graveyard. Them ghosts will come up and grab you right by the
Maybe.
bunghole.
Maybe he needs that extra encouragement to scare it out of him.
To
So,
Maybe that's
scare
a whole
the
new
shit out of
whole new
them.
way to say scared the shit out of you.
so
Call that psychological fiber.
Dr. Uli's going to continue to ask him questions like that are indirect.
Leading.
Okay.
So as to try and trick him into giving away where he's been so that we know where not to look.
Okay. Pretty much he would come up with Old Man Huxtable. He's got an old, he calls it a junkyard out south of town, and it's just piles of junk, essentially. I mean, really, it's just a junkyard. Like, he goes there every now and then. He goes to the old graveyard almost every other night. And he stays there for a handful of hours before coming back. Other than that, it's just a few shops around town.
Are there any gazebos in this town that we've noticed?
No, there's no gazebos.
Thank
Good,
God.
good. It's important.
The dread gazebo.
Yeah. Jake knows how it goes.
Yeah.
We lost a character to a gazebo.
Was it a mimic?
It was worse than that.
Yeah.
It's a bogart with a balloon hammer.
Oh.
Balloon hammered my soul out.
Crit success.
Anyway.
Crushed his soul out.
So that's essentially the answer I got you. He's got an old junkyard he keeps out south of town. And then he goes and visits the old graveyard, but the kid's real scared of it, says it's haunted.
That sounds like a place to investigate.
This guy that had the treasure, does he have any like heirs or anything in town still? Any family?
You would, through conversation with this kid, you would come up with no. It was just this one guy. More importantly, the kid says, rumors are that he didn't have anyone in town working for him. It's just him out there digging with his hands. They say he was part mole. And that's how he found his gold in the dirt.
That's absurd.
But, so yeah, he didn't have any heirs. He stopped bringing in gold. He went mad and then he disappeared.
He does this at night.
Well,
This mole person.
the mole person's been gone for over 100 years. He's talking about Marshall's the one. It was the mole person.
Mm.
The town founder.
In the midnight hour.
Mm-hmm. But it's old
It
man
says,
Huxtable.
mole. Must.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it.
Bring out the song.
Let's buy this kid a lollipop.
There you go.
Come on, Hans. You got money.
Buy him a shot of water.
Thank you for your time, young boy.
Thank you.
And we will not, break trust.
That's
Thank you
right.
for breaking bread with us. This was very pleasant and kind, and
I'll give him a brass penny so you can get a head start on tomorrow.
I appreciate it there, gentlemen, as he starts kind of turning green in the face. He's like, I'm not. And he finds the closest spittoon and just heaves ho right into it.
You stay away from that spittoon, Jake.
God damn it.
What?
My game.
Oh.
Yeah, my warlock.
Oh.
yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I don't think this one's been poisoned, so we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
So what's going on, guys?
Well, either we can go harass Huxtable for a little bit. I'm sure he'll be an interesting character. Or we can try and harass some more people here.
Where is this graveyard located?
He would have given you a description. It's maybe a mile northwest of town. Yeah.
Yeah, we could go and maybe shake down some information from Mr. Huxtable.
Yeah.
Is there still a lot of daylight left that we'd be able to go out there and it'd still be...
You're coming up maybe...
It's Dr. Huxtable, I believe, actually.
There are so many doctors.
We're going to say it's going to be
You could
like
say he's a table surgeon.
like 2 p.m.
2 p.m.?
It's just rounding out after lunch. You guys probably rolled into town at like 10 in the morning.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'd be... Yeah. Check
So
that
talk
out.
to the Hux.
The Hux.
The Hux himself.
Maybe he'll have some
Sounds like-
shovels for the graveyard.
Maybe. Or
Sounds
maybe
like he
some
has
jars.
qualities
Perhaps
and-
some bicorns.
Yeah. You all head over back to Huxtable stuff. I forgot what I called the name of it, but that's fine. You head on over it, and this place it was in disrepair before it was shot up, and it really just kind of looks like at this point it's 4 walls with a missing roof over it. And as you step in, it is just piles of scrap metal, broken toys, broken fucking carriage parts, broken wagon bits, old rusted out farming equipment, and it's just these narrow aisles in this junk that's piled clear to the almost roof level. As you move in, you hear the scurrying of rats through the junk next to you, and eventually you hear a voice called out, "Who's there?"
Do we see anyone from where he calls?
No.
Like, I was just taking a look around.
Oh, and then next to you, there's an old furnace like tucked into this wall of junk that's rusted out, and the door flies open, and this old man comes crawling out of it like, I got all sorts of stuff you want to look at with your eyes. Just your eyes, though. Leave your teeth out of this.
I plan to. Just thought we'd give your shop a look. We're new in town. Is there...
Me too. It's good to meet you.
Oh, seemed well established for being new in town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been here for, God, I don't know how many years.
All right.
Got any junk you're particularly proud of in here?
Yes, let me show you. And he crawls out from this oven, this furnace.
I'm going to look over at
stove.
Emil and mouth, why would you ask that?
And he
Get the conversation started.
he leads you through this snaking pathway through the junk out to the back door, and he throws it open, and it steps out into what you would imagine would have been a garden if it wouldn't be an arid and dry place. There's fountains setting around, but more particularly he gives you the big this. And you see that he's been making what I would only describe as statues of people out of junk. And like, these are my pride and joy. I made them myself with my hands and feet.
And feet.
And feet.
Is it more feet than hands, or?
It's about 50-50. He's like, let me show you. And he goes over and kicks his boots off. Sits down on a
actually just
stool
another set of
right
hands.
next to it.
Chaos.
And like he picks up a piece of junk with his hands and kind of hands it to his feet, and his feet kind of clasp together. And he works on like almost like a reverse Jenga tower, piling junk into these weird little humanoid statues. He's like, there you go. I showed you there. Hands and feet.
Have you named any of them yet?
That's a good point. Well, I don't like to name them because they're not named where I saw them at, but I like them just great.
They're not named where you saw them at?
Yeah, look, they're here, right there where you see them.
This man is a common busker. I don't think he has anything to offer to us. Yes, you're amazing. This is truly a feat of modern marvels and wonder. You are truly a Michelangelo, as they say.
And an artist at that.
And yeah,
What
I guess.
inspired you to make these?
Oh, well, when I done saw them, they're over here. I decided that they were so great I needed to make them, but I haven't figured out how to make these move yet.
Where was over there at? That's not here.
What?
Yeah,
You're not making sense.
You talk about some other place.
Where did you see these originally?
Oh yeah.
Like was it a river? Was it a
Graveyard?
a field? Was it a graveyard? Was it a cliff, Huxtable?
Oh, it was a building made of stone with a stone door.
A stone door.
Yeah.
A cave?
No, not a cave. Building's not a cave. Cave is a cave where it's in the ground with the rocks.
Okay.
This one was above the ground?
Yes, with all the tombstones.
Like a mausoleum.
Okay.
Yeah, not a museum, but the thing where they put dead people.
A mausoleum.
There it is.
Yeah, I've never been to a museum.
Mind if I take a look at one of these here real quick? I'll just look with my eyes. Just
Hey, if you break it, you got to buy it.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
You got to buy it.
Breaking it or buying it?
That's 3
Yeah.
beetles, 4 hairs, and a couple of chesties.
Okay.
How much for a taste?
I don't want to know what the exchange rate is on this.
Let's see. I want to get up good and close to one of these things and see if maybe there's, I don't know, some bone in between some gaps of junk.
Okay, go ahead and roll me that scrutinize. We're going to call it, you're not under any threat, so we're going to call it we'll call it an easy.
Ooh, handy dandy.
How far
do I
away is
have
this
anything?
shot from the other pile of dead bodies in town?
Not far.
That is a 1.
Oh, shit!
You can see everything.
You check this
I
thing
see
out.
the ghosts of angry junk people.
You don't find, specifically you were looking initially for bone or signs of something morbid.
Yeah.
You don't find it. Actually, inspecting this thing, you find that the exterior of it is it's wood. A little bit you were worried at first, but you realized it was just bits of porcelain like teacups and saucers. But internally, it's
Jelly.
It's all metal inside, and you see springs, you see, iron rods, and it almost looks anatomical in a form.
The springs are muscles or something like that.
Kinda, yeah. Like you're looking at this thing, and you're just like, this is.
So wait, Huxtable, you built these things to actually move?
Well, I don't know how to make them move. I just do as I do the best I do, but I haven't done it well enough to do what they do. But the ones I saw, they move.
Where were them at?
You saw them over at the graveyard?
Yeah, I haven't been there yet. I'm not dead.
The place where the graveyard's at.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you're not wrong.
So these are all anatomically correct, is what you're telling me.
Mechanicomically.
Back where I'm from, they call them real dolls.
Oh no.
Oh my.
These are amazing.
I've unloaded a few.
So you said you've seen these things in the graveyard?
Yeah, well, not in the graveyard, but
Milling about?
in
As
the
y'all
In
say?
the mausoleum.
yes, in the museum with the man, and then he showed me the thing, and then I sat on the other thing, and we moved a little bit, and then I saw these things doing their work.
There's a man there?
No.
There's a
Well,
woman
yes. No, it's all like this, and you can't touch it, but you see it. But it's like this, as he does weird Wayne's World hand gestures.
All right.
Dr. Yuli's, this man's eyes dilated. I think he's on Stygian route.
He'll bare his eyes to you.
I want to go ahead and give him a good look over and see.
Roll me your medical check. He's being
quite mad.
he's quite mad. Give me a heal check. We're gonna call it just a routine.
Routine heal.
He's at least being compliant.
That will be 68.
All right.
And a 71 won't do it. However, because of my Red Thumb's professional trait, Dr. Feelgood, I get to reroll any guile or
Nice.
heal test.
Go ahead.
Nice.
And an 86 still won't do it.
Okay, I'll let you flip a fortune point if you want.
What do you guys think?
Nah.
Sure.
I mean, he's pretty crazy already.
Do it.
All right.
Do it now.
I guess we'll flip a fortune point.
Our first fortune point for the night.
See if we get any insight on an 82. Just won't do it.
Oh,
No,
man.
Roll
okay.
again. What are you doing?
He's
roll again for roll.
Yeah, don't do
for
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Do better.
Dr. Feelgood. All right. A 35 will
There
do.
we go.
Okay.
Fourth time's the charm.
His eyes definitely dilated. Way fucking just almost black orbs in his head.
Say, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Oh, I like to eat toads.
Yeah. Do you have a bit of mandrake root on the side?
Is that the one root that, and he describes mandrake root.
Yeah.
And
it is.
he you know what? That makes good toad spice.
Yes. Yes, it does. It has quite a succinct flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Its boutique is good for the nose, but it's not so good for the brain.
I don't know what you're talking about. I brain good think all day.
Well, you see, your brain is what is in your brain box. That's why they call it your brain box.
I like that. I want to remember that. I want to keep my brain box, and he pats his chest. I'm going to keep it safe all day.
You do that.
Okay.
Perhaps if you wanted me to help keep your brain box healthy, I might be able to do something real quick and make you more fortuitous.
I like fortuitous. That's my favorite model of car.
Yeah. So he's going to he's gonna like get in his bag and doctor's bag and pull out like basically some like tonic and like put in a little bit of like oregano or something like that, just and like swish it around and like try and give him something to pull one over on him.
Oh, he's like, that's mighty kind. Is there a cost for this?
Yeah, you name your price. This will restore you. You will feel an entire decade younger.
I'll give you 3 beetles and 2 chesties.
How about any coin?
I guess I think it might be in my furnace, and he heads back over to his furnace and he pulls out.
I don't want to know what a chesty is.
He pulls out 11 silver. He's like, I'll give you 3 of these.
I will. It's a bit on the lower end, but since you're helping us out so much, I think we could part with it.
Okay, and he'll hand you 3
And I'll hand him the tonic.
and he takes it and he pops the cork and he just fucking downs it. And he
You feel the roiling, the undulation in your belly?
Yes, and you hear the fucking the rumbling of his stomach. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I need to find my furnace box." And he just dives into that furnace and closes the door behind him. As you hear rattling and scraping of metal bits as you can hear him crawling away through his piles of junk.
He's mad. He's literally mad.
Yeah.
Drinks are on me tonight.
I think it's time for us to leave.
We should. I think we should get out this graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a good place to go.
Aye.
All right. It's you have a rough idea of where it's at. Like I said, it's about 1 p.m. Are you guys still trying to make it there today? It's like it's about a mile.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're gonna do my favorite, and we're gonna go ahead and do wilderness travel.
I have navigation.
There's my wilderness travel. What? There it is.
Do stealth if nobody's.
We're gonna say this is gonna be a. an easy trek. So, who's going to be our guide? Is that you, Joe?
Navigation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trading.
Who's going to be taking on the role of survivalist? It's not going to do a lot here, but we're still going to roll it. Survival?
Of course, I will help with our supplies. I mean, we're only going a mile, right?
Right. And then finally, our scout.
I could do such a thing.
All right, Joe, roll it.
All right.
You're the one that counts here.
8.
Is that a pass?
Yes.
All right, good job.
Quite a bit.
Mr. Fox.
Of
good.
course, I did very, very well.
Beautiful. And then finally, Scout.
What's the difficulty?
Easy.
Easy, okay. That's 76. And 74 will succeed.
Very, very close. All right, everyone go ahead and give me that easy toughness check.
All right. You say easy, but I never make my toughness checks.
I hope not.
I never do.
Did you fail?
79.
I sure did. I almost crit failed.
60.
Oh, God.
Success.
Okay. Those of you who failed take 7 peril. Anyone critical fail?
Nope.
Okay, 7 peril.
I am imperiled.
Oh,
So
man.
my god dang.
Fortunately, my threshold is high enough.
Yeah. I'm 8.
Steward's beard, it's freaking hot out here.
Yeah, you're...
I'll take my neck ruff off.
Oh, man. Getting intense.
Scandalous.
Oh,
Only in the wilderness, though.
Yeah.
The wig is staying aplomb. It's
You,
maybe deflating a little
not
bit,
some
but
sort of primitive, am I?
oh, I guess we need to do our... Who wants to roll that d6 for that encounter?
I guess I will. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
one.
I don't care. All right, we're good to go.
Uno.
You know, I have never gotten a 6 for fucking travel.
Well, I mean, you need to up your...
I have. Like last night we did, what is it,
3.
3d6.
Yeah.
We all rolled 5s.
Yeah, 3 5s.
Yeah. Wild.
I've rolled it a couple times.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed using pistols because I tend to roll a lot of 1s.
All right. You all come up through this this portion of desert, and you see the old graveyard kind of rise up off the horizon as it comes towards you. An old, rusted out, twisted iron fence surrounds it. Dried weeds kind of grow or were growing between the tombstones. Most of them are squat, rounded by wind. But in the center, there is a very large mausoleum standing there.
It must be the museum.
Yes,
Museum.
The museum.
As you all move up to this thing, you the creak of the gate. The gate opens fairly easily, despite the twisted fence around it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a clear trail, kind of walk through this tall, dried grass to the door of the mausoleum.
Any sign of
Sure.
junk people standing around?
No. What do you
Is
say,
there
Joe?
like a way around? Like, does this fence go all the way?
Yeah.
Around it, or does it just like?
There's
go to
the portion along like the we'll call it like the northwest corner where the fence is actually laid down,
Okay.
but it's still kind of connected along the bottom piece. But the fence does go around, but it's not entirely intact at this
I
point.
assume that this place is full since they're burying people in the town at this point.
Yeah, or
They
just
think
don't
it's
wanna
haunted.
go out here?
Yeah. Well, does it look like there's been people wandering? It's tall grass, so I wonder if there's
Why don't you
been
give me
people
that
wandering off. Oops, that's a miss.
give me that awareness
We'll
check.
keep it.
Or we could call it survival. Yeah, I like
Oh,
survival.
no, why'd you have to change it?
Because
I'll assist you in that.
your guys aren't under duress, so we're going to call it a challenge. No, other way, routine.
Okay, well then it's fine.
Well, Dan, you passed it. So you see there's this weird path in the grass to the mausoleum, but it doesn't look like other than that Hey, Plague State, you might recognize some people here. It's TT2KB.
Ah,
You don't see any other signs of recent activity, like not even like years worth of recent activity. The graves are weathered and worn to the point it's unlegible. There's still probably like at least half of the graveyards unpopulated, as far as like plots go. But there's this mausoleum, and it's in really good condition. It's carved marble. There's some stained glass on the back along the top, right at the peak where the roof.
Like the mausoleum itself's intact, it's just kind of like the fence and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mausoleum is in great shape.
Okay.
So remind me, Hans, what did this madman we just spoke to say about the mausoleum and robot people?
Yeah, apparently the junk
There
men
was
living there, and there's a
man inside of
yeah.
it. Not a man, but a man.
Yeah.
So, your prognosis, Doctor?
Steven Seagal's living here. Shimmerman.
the man he had taken to the tonic, and not the tonic I gave him. It's the other kind of tonic. He is mad as a hatter.
The catatonic tonic.
That's right.
Oh, I bet you he wishes he could be catatonic.
That's right. There, Dustin. Adam and Daniel have joined
Hello.
us.
Two flavors of Daniel, even.
Yeah,
Double Daniels.
Multi-Dan. Yeah.
Dual Daniels.
You know, it's better than one Dan. One Dan for each hand.
Oh my.
Where are you guys at?
I think we should go inside and attempt to get spooked.
Who's opening
Yeah.
the door?
What kind of door is this?
A large stone
Stone door.
door.
I wear gloves for this. I'll put my pink leather gloves on.
All right, give me an athletics test.
Rough up your
standard.
hands on that stone wall there.
I've got this. Standard athletics test.
Yeah.
Chance to succeed is 59.
All right.
I rolled a 24, so it's
Oh yeah, you struggle at this for a second, but then it gives, and you feel this stone door swing open. As the door opens, the rest of you can kind of see into it, and there's two sarcophagus coffins, but they're stone on each side of this mausoleum. This mausoleum is maybe 10 feet deep as you look into it, and maybe I don't know, like 12 feet wide.
Okay.
Just enough room for the two.
Two coffins.
Before we
along the side.
do this, I'm going to I have a small kind of vial, like with red cap mushrooms.
Oh, yeah?
Liquefied. I will take a drink.
All right,
Pop
take your
the bottle, partake of the potion, lead the steed in the 3-hoof motion.
there you go.
No.
So
Take a
there's
drink
your
and place it back in.
corruption.
Yeah.
Your damage threshold goes up, and there's a chance for, I don't remember. We just looked at this, Joe. What's the downfall of a deliriant?
Pull it back in.
Adam, do you
I
know?
don't remember.
Does it depend on which one you get? Like
yeah,
Yeah, I think it depends on
It depends. It's
I critically fail
Yeah.
a perception-based skill test for one
Yes.
dose.
There it is.
There we go. Okay. So you take your corruption, you take your red cap, your damage threshold goes up. Okay.
I'll get my threshing flail ready to womp some robot ass.
There you go.
oh, have you taken the weapons?
No, we're just playing it safe, Doctor. I hope you're not a religious man.
We're looking around aggressively.
You know,
We're not placing flies on anybody's grave here, son.
my mother said I should never run with it, so we will not be running. No.
No running.
As I draw my stiletto.
There you go. Does Red Thumb still have knife work?
no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He has other things.
Okay. Nice.
Handy thing.
So, you guys peering into this little crypt. You see the two coffins. You guys moving into it?
I want to give before stepping in, I want to see, like, do the lids of these coffins seem like they're on pretty well, or?
Give me scrutinize.
Okay.
Peering into from a very light place to a very dark place. I'm going to call this a challenging
So he's got. Don't you have the dark eyes or whatever?
I think he's got hungry eyes.
Hungry
You have night eyes.
Night
where,
eyes, that's what it
yeah,
is.
I don't have any. I'm able to see completely fine in the dark. I don't know if that.
Yeah, I'll let you have it. We'll go down to standard.
Okay. I think that's not gonna do it though. 75.
Fortune point. Do you want to flip it?
Nah.
Okay. You look in, but like I said,
Take our chances.
Yeah.
Huxtable comes here all the time. It must
looking
be that
in
bad.
from a place of light, looking into a dark place, it's always hard to get your. So you can tell they're there, but you can't make out any details.
Okay.
You would need to actually, probably at this point, move in if you wanted to
What are
take
you
a harder
afraid
look
of?
at this.
Ghosts? My wooden teeth are clacking together. I'm under the effects of delirium, gentlemen.
Meanwhile, I'm thinking, I hope there are ghosts down here, and I walk in.
You walk in.
Yeah.
You step in, and you're in a mausoleum. The air isn't as stuffy as you would expect for an old building that hasn't theoretically been in for hundreds of years. You do see that on. Well, we'll go with there. What are you doing in there?
Well, I'm gonna. This is leading downwards underground. Yes.
No, it's just a room
No.
with
That's it?
two sarcophagus, since there's stone on each side of the room.
Okay. Well, I'll go up to the first. I'll go up to the sarcophagus on my left,
Yep.
and then I'll say, "Wakey, wakey!" Swing my flail and hit it.
You, boom,
Yeah.
off the stone sarcophagus. Nothing happens.
Desecrating graves, you madman! What are you doing?
You do move up to it, and you see there's a small brass placard, probably about from side to side, probably about 3/4 of the way across the top of this thing.
Oh.
I
What is it,
can read. We need a reader.
I can cipher.
What do I need? I would need education to read. Is that how that works?
I don't remember. What's the rule for being able to read?
Some of it's class, I think. And
It's kind of GM decision, but like kind of the way we play it is that everyone has functional illiteracy, meaning you can eventually piece words together
Okay.
by sounding them out. And if you have education, you can sight read.
Okay. Do you have education?
No.
You spend a few minutes kind of sounding out the letters. This is James. And it's just the one word across the top.
Yummies.
Who is this Yamez?
Is it
Oh,
James?
maybe it's Mr. Marshall. And I'll put my hands. I'll set my flail down, put my hands on the lid, and give it a
Athletics.
little push. It'll be a fail.
Okay.
I apparently slipped my fingers on there.
You give it a push, and like there's zero give. Absolutely not.
Don't disturb the man's grave. I mean, he's sleeping here. Interred by his lovely wife. I'm sure. I'm looking around. I'm really, really uncomfortable with all this.
Okay.
Well, why don't you go check out what the wife's name is? We might need to know that, for a riddle or a puzzle or something.
A riddle or a puzzle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Next we'll need a leprechaun, I'll say beneath my breath as I'll turn around and...
Emil, give me
Try
a
to
hand
read
with
that.
this, would you?
On the
I'll try to shove it open again.
on the other sarcophagus, you see there's another matching little brass placard on it, and it says Marshall.
Yamez Marshall.
Apparently he's buried in two.
Is this man split in twain? Is there some legend about this man being too big for one coffin?
Larger than
Not
life.
that you.
That's how he
Literally,
died.
like a tall tale.
The boss said James?
One says James, one says Marshall.
I don't know if this might be a stretch, if I'd be able to kind of leverage the seventh sense to see if I can detect some motion in the air that might.
I'll just let you know. No.
Okay.
There's not. Now you would remember the rumors that you heard is this guy just up and vanished. You never heard anything that he died or he was buried. It was he went mad and then he was gone.
Seems like the people of Marshall's Folly would know if there were two coffins here. They surely know that this Mr. Marshall is gone, a puff of air. So it seems absurd that he'd be buried in either one of these coffins. I think this is... I detect a ruse.
When we first came in, I know he hit one of the sarcophagus, but have any of us actually touched them yet?
Yeah, he tried to push one open.
Without much success yet.
Absolutely nothing happened, and it had no give.
So the other one, I'm going to look at it and see if there's any handprints or fingerprints on it.
Why don't you give me a scrutinize? It's a little dark in here. We'll call it challenging.
I don't know much about scrutiny, but challenging will make it 28. No, 95 won't do it.
Do you want to flip a fortune point?
I want to do a scrutinize as well.
Nope.
On that same type
You see Dr. Feliguten kind of looking around this thing, getting real close.
Sotiel, do you see any handprints?
Let me see.
Maybe people use hands to open it?
Well, the Soxal uses his feet.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
So you see footprints.
Yeah.
Is it a standard because I have night eyes?
Yeah, I'll let you take standard since you got night eyes.
Crit success.
Nice.
You find, looking at this thing, you kind of squat down and you look along the ledge of where the lid closes down. You see a long cutout, a seam of a rectangle. And you can see on the top near like the nameplate, you can see it's a small kind of almost worn bit in the stone. Like it looks like maybe someone pushed along the top of this small cutout rectangle. It's maybe like 2 inches by like a half an inch long, just along this upper seam.
Almost like a button.
Almost, yeah.
Okay.
Sotiel, wait. Do you read The Pity Dreadful, The Dungeon and Dragon?
I do not.
There's a story in The Dungeon and Dragon about mysterious glyphs being put on top of these things. Don't touch it, whatever you do.
You push it, and it doesn't give. Nothing happens.
Nothing. It doesn't give as I'm pushing.
Yeah, well, like I said, this is on the bottom of the lid where it sets down, so it's underneath this lip here. Because you kind of squat down, you're looking up at it.
Oh,
so
it
you
seems like it's pushed down because the lid's on it.
What? No, I don't know if I'm describing this right. Imagine a coffin.
Okay.
You know, a coffin, the lid shuts.
Okay.
There's an overhang on the lid that goes over the side. So you got the main portion and you got the lid, how it comes down over the top.
Yeah.
This overhang of the lid, this easement, the soffit, along this top part, you see a small rectangular seam. And one side of it's worn smooth. It looks like maybe someone was pushing on it. Does that clarify?
So it's like on the bit that's not the lid.
It's on the lid. It's on the bottom of the lid where it hangs over the box of the coffin.
Oh, okay.
So like, here's where the corpse would be. Here's the lid. See,
there you go. Illustrations.
Yeah, okay.
You
So
see
the button's
right
on the
here.
underside up.
Yeah, like right there on the underside.
Just reach under there and give it a tickle.
You reach under and you push up on it, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
The locals call it a grundle grab. Just pull toward you.
I'm gonna release it. Does it like pop out or anything?
No, when you okay. You push it, nothing happens. You release it, nothing happens.
Okay.
I was kind of curious
So
to
I'm
look
gonna try
around and see if I can like just find some seams where there might be like some airflow that might be.
Let me scrutinize on this
Determinable.
coffin Joe's inspecting or the other one.
Let's try the other one while he's looking at this.
Give me a
one.
scrutinize. Call it challenging.
And I want to look at the other copy and see if it's the
that's-
same.
Yes, there is.
That's pretty neighbor,
There's
yeah.
a matching.
My poor eyes.
I want to
I don't think
go
that's enough.
to the one that says Marshall.
Nope, I did make it. Just barely.
And push on the lid, see if it gives at all.
No,
Then I want to push the button and then try and push the lid.
no.
I just barely made it.
Okay, you give it a look and you don't find any signs of air movement. You do see the buttons that
The same.
Sotiel is looking at.
All right, let's push them at the same time.
Both. Oh, on both copies. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna do the turnkey thing.
Okay, you both wait and you time it out and you 1, 2, 3 and you hear click and the brass nameplates pop up and it looks like it's almost like a little like the back end of a key or a handle where this thing pops up, and it's a little rod that comes down. So it's like
Oh boy, illustrations.
We're getting fancy up in here.
I don't know if you guys can see this. I should have done it in my pen so it actually stands out.
A good pen.
He's a standout artist.
That's right. Worst case, you can always crumple it up and throw it at us.
He's a regular Huxtable.
Oof. You can huck some paper at us. I may find myself an additional beverage real quick, too. Nice.
Well done.
Oh, yeah.
So you see, it pops up. The nameplate pops up, and it's a rod with a small opening at the top. It looks like a handle. You can pass that around so everyone can kind of get an idea.
Like we can give it a yoink.
Like maybe you can grab it.
You look them together.
Does it look like, so both of them look like this?
Yep.
And that's about hand sized?
Yep.
Okay.
They're both going like up or out?
Up.
Well,
And where the nameplates were on the top of these coffins just popped up.
Would we need to stand on top of the coffin to pull them, or could we do it while standing beside it?
To grab this thing, you can try. Do experiment.
Oh,
We're going to need to start this like we're starting our lawnmower after winter.
right. I'm not crawling around on any coffins. I don't think this is a good idea.
We're just going
Are you gonna pull one?
Sure.
It doesn't pull.
All right.
I'm going to synchronize with them and try and pull the other one at the same time.
You both grab and they don't pull.
Try
Maybe-
pushing.
You can feel it's
I don't
real.
push it all the way down, but I want to like.
You can push and you can feel there's a little give going down.
Turn the damn handle.
Oh, yeah, we could turn them. We haven't done that yet. I wonder if
Turn and push.
pushing might conceal it again.
Yeah.
How are you doing? You grab
Are
it.
these like circular?
Yep.
In them? Okay. Yeah. We'll try rotating it.
Yours,
Like.
you grab it and it rotates like 90 degrees and stops, but nothing happens.
All right, let's turn key them at the same time again.
Okay.
We're launching nukes, guys. It's about to be the end of this
3,
town.
2, 1.
Turn your
So yeah, you both grab it. You both turn it at the same time,
It's about to be the end of this town.
and you feel
I see Bob.
the floor underneath of you starts to vibrate and shake.
Hope you guys catch me.
Oh shit! I'm gonna climb up on top of the coffin. This is happening.
The door to the mausoleum slams shut.
Pistols out.
And with that, we're at our next hour break.
Oh boy.
So, if you're watching this on
Our
Twitch,
pacing is good so far, then.
Yeah.
It's a real Cliff Huxtable hanger.
man.
Oh.
If you're watching this
Not
on
a
Twitch,
clip I
give
wanna
us a
hang
few
from.
minutes. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back. If you're watching this on YouTube, we'll have the next episode out in a couple of days. So yeah, come back to see what happens after they've activated something in this crypt.
It's a
Shit's
death
going
trap
down.
Party wipe.
Yeah.
Death Trap Dungeon.
Game's over.
So
Come back. Well, they're dead.
they're dead. That's it. They're dead. Until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and tip your fucking bartenders.
Later.
Deuces.